Hello there and welcome to another Speedy Clark production. So today's topic is about banks. In particular all banks, but also covering my bank, which is the Royal Bank of Scotland. So I'm in the van today. Now I haven't been in this van for, let me think, 4 weeks. So before I went to Lorette de Mar was the last time I drove the van. I've got into the van and in this corner there was a load of cobwebs. Now I keep my van very clean and in good condition, and as you know it's been converted into a camper van. But because I don't use it as everyday vehicle, it hasn't been driven for 4 weeks, which actually isn't that good for it. So I need to give it a bit of a burnout and make sure it will start. So is it going to start? Shit, we need some fuel. Oh, look at that, not a problem, started first time. Anyway, that's not what this film is about. We're going to be talking about banks and money and issues with banks. So what I am about to do, if I can remember how to, because it's a while since I've been in the van, is reset. How do you do it again? Try to remember how to reset my mileage. Okay. Right, so I'm going to reset my mileage and I'm going to show you how far I need to drive to take a ridiculous sum of money out of my bank for various things. So everything's like online banking now, which is great, but personally for me, you know, everybody's different. I might be getting a bit old school. I'm obviously 40 years old now, so I'm getting a bit old fashioned, but personally for me, I like to go into a branch and actually physically speak to somebody when I'm managing my money. So I need to take out a ridiculous amount of money today, and I'm going to have to drive a ridiculous distance on a Saturday morning to be able to take money out my bank, because I actually do work for a living and do a number of different things and different activities. The banks are open the standard business hours, and when I want to get to them it's too late, they're closed. So I have to give up my Saturday morning. You've just reminded me actually, what am I supposed to be doing today apart from taking out stupid amounts of money? Sorry, 1 second, I think I'm forgetting something today. I'm just checking Training Peaks to make sure I'm pretty sure today's a rest day. Yeah, so rest day today. This is my Bible, tells me everything that I need to do. So rest day today and tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's big gear sessions for over 2 hours on the bike. Anyway, back on with the topic instead of diversing. So I'm off to the Royal Bank of Scotland and I'm going to show you how far I actually need to drive, so spend money to go take a ridiculous amount of money out my account and then waste money to come back. It's crazy. So I'll catch you on. So, whoa, lots of water on the road. Whoa. Alright, so it's a typical Scottish day. It's 11 degrees and it's absolutely pissing down. No, I'm only joking, it's not a typical Scottish day, it's just unfortunate it does rain quite a lot. But we have had some nice weather this week. So anyway, on with the banking issues. So, the branch local to me is closed down. The branch local to where I work and am office based has closed down. pretty much all the smaller banking branches are closing down. Everything's going online, as you know, which is fine, great, but when you want to go take out a large sum of money, you have to go into the branch to do that. You know, I'm not going to be pissing around going to the card machine every day taking out 300. I want to be able to take out my money when I want to. So these branches are closing down, people's jobs are becoming redundant, and it's a real inconvenience. So it's ridiculous. So my bank at the moment is currently costing me extra money in terms of fuel to travel to take out money that I'm going to spend. Ridiculous. You know, you might think it's a bit pernickety, but time is precious, especially when 90% of the population say they never have enough time to do things and can't achieve things. It's all these little marginal gains in time frames that take up the time that you waste by having to go do these things. So, yeah, not good. Not good. And I'm actually going to have to put fuel in my van. I hadn't planned on using my van today, but because it hasn't been driven for 4 weeks, I thought it'd better to do so. And do you know what? It is phenomenal. I'll do a separate story about the van, but it's just great. So 4 weeks and it's working perfect. The power's really good, really impressive. Now when I leave it parked up, because I don't use it for periods of time, I don't leave the handbrake on. I used to leave the handbrake on and it would cause sticky brake issues. So the handbrake's left off and I just stick a couple of bits of wood under the wheels to stop it rolling. You know, the first few minutes you've just got to clear the brakes off and then it is absolutely fine. So, excellent. Good. So, no, perfect. All good. So, drive into the branch, we'll take out some money and we'll see what happens there. The weather is really bad today. My traction control light's actually coming on. My skid warning light's coming on, sorry. But the van's okay. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes. But I think it's ridiculous what they're doing with bank branches. It's not just my branch, it's all branches. They're just closing down. And it's a real inconvenience. I get we need to save money and advance. But you know, the economy is just screwing itself up. Just ridiculous. I'm actually really annoyed today. I've actually, it's not often it happens, but I've not woken up today in the best frame of mind. I didn't have a good day yesterday. I had a number of frustrations yesterday. You know, I seemed to spend all day yesterday just arguing with people, which, you know me, or any of you that subscribe to my channel and watch it regular, you know I don't like to do that. The problem I have is I'm very objective with myself, so if I'm wrong, I like to think I openly admit I'm wrong and just leave it at that and we rectify the issue. I can have a debate with somebody, a very healthy debate, and then completely forget about it, it's done, we move on and that's it. But there's one thing I will not tolerate, and I hate it, and that is tones of voice. So people's tones of voice, it drives me insane. You know, that undertone, that sarcastic, gritty, fucking no need undertone. Sorry, I just swore there. So did I swear there? Did I say? Oh, I just did it again. So apologies if I did swear there. But it's just something that really frustrates me. The gritty undertone and people thinking they're right all the time when they're mistaken. You need to be objective with yourself. It's the only way to move forward and rectify issues. I keep glancing down because my traction control light, actually my slip warning light, is still on. It's never went off, but I'm not slipping, so not quite sure why that is, so I'll look at the book on that one. But the van is driving absolutely fantastic. It's really very good. It's actually due an MOT next week on the 20th of October, and believe it or not, I've only done 4,500 miles since the last MOT. It's a 2014 Ford Transit Custom, which I've modified slightly and converted into a mini weekend day camper van, and it's only done 57,000 miles. So it went on the road in March 2014. It's been great, it's been really good. I've had the odd little thing, but nothing major, no showstoppers. For some reason it does seem to go through brake discs at an alarming short mileage rate, but I believe that's actually due to me leaving it for a long period of time with the handbrake on and then driving it, heating up the brakes, going through water, etc. I don't know, I'm guessing a bit, but I'm guessing that can't be good for it, to be honest. So we try not to do that now, to save money. Okay, so I'll get to the bank. I cannot film in the bank, obviously, so people don't think I'm doing anything dodgy, which I'm not. I'd just like to point that out. So I'll give you an update just shortly, alright? Alright, so back home now, and it was a 30-mile round trip just to go to the bank and back to take out some cash. Bling bling. So let's go buy some bikes. No, I'm only joking. If I went and bought some bikes, I'd get absolutely shot, and I don't actually need to do that, so all good. So yeah, banks, what's going on with them, what's going to happen. What's going to happen with Brexit, actually? You know, because I've been looking at a number of things and a number of projects to possibly do abroad, so I don't know how that's going to impact, because I'll need to use finances, etc. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. What do you think of what's going on with banks? How much of an inconvenience is it for you to go and withdraw money and get to banks during working hours? I mean, my local bike shop, for example, is open late on specific nights for people that work the standard 9 till 5 or 8 till half 4 or whatever business hours and get stuck in traffic, so they can still go to the shops, along with hairdressers. So banks, you know, granted some branches are open on a Saturday, but the small, more local little town branches aren't. So I've had to do a 30-mile round trip. My local branch, which is only a few miles from where I live, has actually been shut down because it's a small branch, and online banking. So technology is great, but you know, it would appear that it's also putting people out of jobs and becoming a hindrance. So thank you very much for watching. We'll get back into cycling again and some more adventures just shortly. Okay, take care, bye bye.